Hello, welcome back to Beauty Bees. I'm Iris. This is my monthly haul for July, and I did some damage this month. So let's get straight into it. The first thing though, I did not actually purchase. This is from Urban Decay. It is the All-Nighter Setting Spray. I got this through Influenster. I completed like an anti-bullying mini course ages ago, had completely forgotten about it actually. But the reason that I did it was because they were offering a all-nighter setting spray if you completed it. So it came. It's been like 6 months at least, maybe. I don't know. It feels like a different lifetime. But this did come to me. I also received a PR package, which was wild. It was really exciting. That's the first time that has ever happened to me. And I'm not quite sure how they thought that was a good investment, but hey, I'm here on this little channel talking to the maybe 100-ish people who will see this video about it, so maybe that was worthwhile. Anyway, I will put a picture up of all of the things that arrived. It was very fun to unbox, but I've only tried 2 things, so I'm only going to talk about those 2 in this video. If you are looking at that picture and like, wow, I really wish that I had specifically Iris's thoughts on that product, I mean, let me know and I'll kind of move it up in my list of things to use. But I'll also side-eye you a little bit on why you want my thoughts, considering that I don't know anything about skincare. Anyway, I have used the sunscreen. This is the Centella sunscreen. If I did not say, the brand that I received this package from is MixSoon. This is, I believe, a K-beauty brand. They reached out to me via YesStyle to send this stuff. I've used this quite a few times. It's a pretty standard face sunscreen. I tend to prefer something that's a little bit on the lighter side than this is. This also has a little bit of like a grassy scent to it. I don't mind it. I could see that bothering some people though, but it's a good sunscreen. I don't think it's anything particularly special, but it gets the job done. The other item that I have used only a couple times at this point is this Sundi Centella Asiatica essence. A lot of their stuff has this really cute little bear on it. I think it's adorable. I've used this twice. I haven't seen any results. I also haven't seen any negative impacts in the 2 days that I've been using it. This is a decent size. This is, I want to say 3 ounces. Yes, 3.3 fluid ounces, so 100 mils. All right, so in addition to just receiving things, I also did quite a bit of shopping. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I knew that the Mega Drop shop was occurring this month through Ipsy, and this was Polish Pickup Rewind, when brands are allowed to bring back like a greatest hit polish that they have released as part of Polish Pickup previously. That was some serious alliteration I had going on there. And I haven't purchased from Polish Pickup since November, I think. So I knew that I wanted to buy some things, and I ended up purchasing 2 nail polishes. They are not here yet. I will show them in next month's video. But I did, right around the same time, decide to place a little order on Rogue Lacquer, again, just for 2 polishes. Here they are. They are both really stunning. I've only worn this one so far. This is Fantasyland, but I did swatch them out. So here is Fantasyland. It is I would say a very slightly warm toned purple, and it has black matte flakies as well as a glowing red flaky. It is really pretty, but there is something in my head that looks at this and says, oh, It's like you dipped your finger into an ashtray while you were wearing a purple polish. Something about the combination of black and that glowing flame red feels like ashtray or like end of a cigarette. I don't know. It's pretty. I still like it, but that's always in the back of my head. The other polish is like the Haunted Mansion in a bottle. It is beautiful. This is Ghoulish Greetings, and it is a really deep blue toned purple that has, again, some of those matte black flakes, but a ton of these glowingly iridescent green flakies. And it's from their Frightfully Fun Imagineering collection, so I imagine that this is intended to look like the Haunted Mansion, and oh my goodness, they nailed it. I feel like I would look at this even if I had no background and be like, yeah, that is the Haunted Mansion. It's so pretty. I'm really looking forward to wearing this during September, October, November, because we all know that the entire fall is Halloween. It's gonna be fun. Now, indie polish tends to be more expensive. You're generally going to look at around $12 a polish, and I think that is about what these were, maybe more like $11.50 to $12. My total at Rogue came out to $27.97 with shipping and everything. Next, let's talk about some things I got from Ulta. Now, my total at Ulta came to $16.81. I think I spent $33 out of pocket. I just halved it. But half of my order was this spray sunscreen. This is not a type of product that I would generally talk about like in my empties. And it's something that I really needed because I was completely out of this like aerosol style sunscreen, which is what I will apply usually a couple different times a day before I take out Beetle. So this is the Sunbum brand. It was the SPF 70. I bought 2 of these big canisters, and I have been using the other one for probably close to 2 weeks now. Also at Ulta, I purchased some makeup that absolutely does count towards my budget. So first we have this little Color Scope palette from JCat. This is a water activated liner palette. It comes with the dinkiest little brush that I'm just going to take out because I might use it, but I hate how it rattles around in the packaging. Here is what the colors look like. They also had a brighter version, but I had to get rid of my black eyeliner because it just transferred like crazy. It made such a mess. And I was like, you know, for I think it was like $3 or $4, it would be worth trying these and seeing if that black works out for me. I've only used this once so far. I used the purple and I had to take the look off. I think part of that was that I tried to use the purple and then apply eyeshadow over it, and I chose some questionable colors to put over it. And then this started to run. Maybe that wouldn't have happened if I had done things in a different order, but I just haven't had the time to get ready using this, but know that I have, you know, the buffer built in that if I need to redo my look, that I could do that. So maybe that'll be a good thing to try this weekend. In case there are 5 water activated liners in here, I think it'll be fun to play around with. I also bought 3 products from NYX, all of which I am wearing today. So first we have the lips. This is the Fat Lip Drip Oil, Lip Drip Fat Oil. I'm not sure, I don't really care that much. This one is in the shade Supermodel, and I'm wearing a lip liner underneath, but I only outlined my lips, so most of the color that you're seeing really is coming from this gloss. I like this so much. This is my first time wearing it, so not a whole lot of thoughts yet, but I mean, I feel like this is really pretty. I am quite enjoying the color. It feels really comfortable. There is a little bit of stick to it, but not more than I would generally expect from most lip glosses. I think this might be a hit. And it makes me really excited for one of the products that came in their little NYX goodie bag. And I purchased enough NYX to get the goodie bag. So the other two products I have been thinking of as a duo, even though I purchased them separately. So this is the Buttermelt blush in For the Butta and the Buttermelt bronzer in Buttercup. I am wearing both today. The Buttermelt blush, I purchased one of the lighter shades, and oh my goodness, it is quite pigmented, and there is a lot of color. I mean, first of all, it's just a deeper color than I thought it was going to be based off the picture I saw online. And I did not like dig my finger into that. There's just a lot of color there. I used my like fluffiest blush brush to apply this, and I feel like I still got a little bit too much product. I went over my blush and bronzer with powder foundation today, and it still is. I mean, I think it's really pretty now, but it's still a little bit more intense than I would generally prefer. And I feel very similarly about the Buttermelt bronzer. I think that if you have tried one of these products and liked it, you will almost certainly like the other one. Here is the shade on Buttercup. This is the lightest one they have, I believe, or at least it's the lightest cool toned one they have. And with this one too, I feel like the picture online made this look a hair lighter and a lot more pink. I see like a tinge of pink in this product, but to me this looks like more of a neutral bronzer, and it has a little bit of like a natural sheen to it. It's a really pretty color. Again, this is a little bit more pigmented than I would really prefer, but I'm also quite light. I think that if you have a deeper skin tone, definitely look into this range. I do not think you're going to have a hard time finding something that'll work really well for you. Because I mean, this was one of, if not the lightest blushes that they had, and this is the lightest bronzer. And both of them pack a serious pigment punch. So I'm not wild about these. I like them. I'm going to keep using them, but not crazy about them. Now let's go through the little NYX gift with purchase. There's a pair of false eyelashes that look just enormous. I mean, they do say jumbo lash on them, so fair play to them. But I don't see myself using those. I don't have a lash glue even. They're not a type of product that I'm really into. We have the Slick Click Fat Oil. So I think that this is intended to be the same type of product as the lip gloss I just showed, which I put down and now can't find, just in stick form. So I'm pretty excited for that. This shade, I don't know if I'm going to really enjoy, but let's try. Okay, that looks more doable. There is a really small swatch. I could definitely build up a little bit more color, but that feels like something super approachable. think I'm gonna like this. Cool. I don't have a really soft, like warmer toned lip product, so I think that'll be nice. They have a lip liner. I need to check these lip liners. I feel like they might contain beeswax, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This is in the shade Natural, and here is a look at the bottom cap. I'm not going to open this in case it does have beeswax. I would prefer to hand off something that is completely wrapped in its original packaging to a new owner. It also came with a mini primer. This is their Plump Right Back Plumping Serum plus primer. It's like, I'm sure this is a primer. Yes. Haven't tried it. I'll need to look at this too to see if it has beeswax in it. But I am looking forward to trying those things out. Also, from vacation, Ulta just had a spend $50 or $60, get a vacation mini set. This also came with a little bronzing oil or something, some kind of bronzing product that went straight in the trash because any self-tan product I have ever used has ended in tears, and that one didn't even have good reviews. So we weren't trying that. Not even going to leave it out and risk putting it on as sunscreen one day. So this came with 3 little vacation products. We have their classic lotion in SPF 50, the Chardonnay oil, which is an SPF 30 product, and what I have used of the 3 so far, I've really enjoyed this. This is the face mist in SPF 50. I love this stuff. It smells nice. It has a pretty decent mister on it, and I feel like it does a good job of covering my face and neck really easily. The only other facial spray sunscreen I've ever used was from Sunbum, and that one you were supposed to spray on your hands and then press into the skin. I've used this one that way too, and it works fine. I've also just sprayed this one directly on because you are allowed to do that according to the instructions, and been really happy with it. So this is awesome, and it smells so good. I would be interested in looking into the vacation perfume if it would smell like this. And now let's talk Ipsy, because I bought quite a few things from Ipsy. So first we have this Earth Harbor, let's retry that. First we have this Earth Harbor Marina ampule. I don't know why I purchased this. I think I was interested in the Herbivore Blue Tansy product, but that was too expensive, so I was like, let's try the Marina one. Not thinking about the fact that I use so little skincare on a regular basis. I have been so bad about doing skincare since Beetle came into my life. Just, it hasn't been happening. I don't know why. It's not that it's in any way his fault. I get off my routine a little bit, and I have a really hard time getting back into it when it comes to skincare. So I haven't used this. I have no idea when I will use it, but I will report back on if it was worthwhile and if I enjoy it at some point in the future, I'm sure. I also bought 2 mascaras as of my last inventory video, which I filmed at the beginning of last month. So about 6 weeks ago, I was down to 1 mascara, and it's the mascara that I'm currently using. So I'm about 6 or 7 weeks into it. I needed to buy some new ones. I bought 2 minis off of Ipsy. The issue that I have is that beeswax allergy. It is a super common ingredient in mascara in particular. I would say that probably like 75 to 80% of the mascaras that I look at contain beeswax, especially the non-waterproof ones, which I only wear non-waterproof mascara. So I found 2 minis on Ipsy. I'm excited to try these out. So the first one is from Tarte. This is their Tartelette tubing mascara. I've never tried a tubing mascara before, so I'll be interested to see how that one works for me. I also purchased a mini of the Hourglass Unlocked. And I kind of hope that I don't love this, because I'm pretty sure this is like a $30 mascara. I don't know if I can make that happen, but if I really liked it, maybe. I also bought 4 nail polishes off of Ipsy. So first we have this Cuccio polish. This is in the shade True North, and I swatched all of these. So I didn't think to go back and give this a second coat. I swatched this one this morning. I swatched all of the other ones a couple of days ago. I'd just forgotten this one. But it is this soft taupe shade. It's looking a little bit streaky in this application, but I just put down 1 coat. I think that this will be a really nice base color for some nail art. I also think that this would be just a nice, easy, clean looking, professional manicure in a way that most of my nail polish choices, like this iridescent pink to blue with blue dots on top of it, aren't. So this is going to be nice to have around, and I've been pretty happy with the quality of my other Cuccio polish, so I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one. Also tried out 2 new brands. So from Trust Fund Beauty, I got this really inky blue polish. This is in Yacht Yacht. I've worn this already. I wore it on 3 nails as part of a Skittle Mani, and I thought it was so pretty. It has a little bit of a jelly finish to it, so it looks a little bit squishy, and there is some sheerness to it. You can build it up. Here I've built it to 2 coats, and you can see that it is a deep blue, but it is still very much a blue. Maybe in a very low light situation, you might confuse this for a black, but it looked very blue on the nails. And I don't think I have a shade that is super similar to this. I really like it. I thought this was so fun, and I can see a lot of ways to wear it, especially during the winter. The other new brand to me is Pear Nova, and they came in a duo. They were quite inexpensive. I think these were, actually I think all 3 of these came together and they were like $7 or $8, which I thought was quite reasonable. I think these are nice. I had never been that interested in the Pear Nova brand. There's just something about the bottles that makes me think, oh, these are like intended for women my grandmother's age. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just I'm 30 and my grandmothers are in their 80s. The same things don't necessarily appeal to us. But the actual polish quality seems to be really nice. Here they are swatched out. There is a soft blue shade and a somewhat bright yellow. It's definitely a cheery color, though it looks like it might be coming off brighter on camera than it is in person. So these shades are Tokyo Afterglow, this soft blue, and Trip Around the Sun is the yellow shade. I still don't like the bottles, but I can get past that for a nice polish, and these seem to be really nice polishes. I have 3 more items to talk about. From LYS, I got this eyeshadow palette in Empowered. I had tried, also from Ipsy, an LYS lipstick, and I thought the packaging was really luxe, and I loved the formula. I was really excited to try more from the brand, but this does not match the energy of that lipstick. I think that this packaging looks pretty nice. Ooh, there's me. It's, you know, reflective rose gold. It's pretty, but it feels incredibly light to the touch. And I'm not absolutely wowed by the eyeshadows so far. I mean, they're pretty shades, but they're not wham bam pow eyeshadows. Well, they look good in my finger swatch now, but I was not totally wowed by them on the eye. Though this looks really good, so maybe I just needed to break through a first layer. There is something about these eyeshadows, I don't know what it is, but there's something about the consistency of the powders as well as the way that they are pressed, where they're almost like flush against the component. That makes me think a lot of the Maybelline City Mini palettes. I really have only used this one time so far, so I'm not totally willing to write it off. But so far, I kind of feel like I could have skipped this. I feel like I have these shades other places, and there doesn't seem to be anything super special about this palette. The other palette that I purchased, though, I did not feel that way. I purchased a little Pat McGrath set off of Ipsy, and it came with a quad and a lipstick. Where's the lipstick? There it is. So this is, let's put it right side up. This is the Divine Rose Luxe Quad in Eternal Eden. And here's what it looks like. It is such a pretty pink. I feel like these two shades in particular are just so up my alley. I love this mauvey take on purple. It's really pretty. And I've used this a couple times and been quite impressed with it. There it is, just on the finger. And I'll swatch on my hand as well. The mattes have some oomph to them, but are easy to blend out. That special shade has a really pretty pink peach flip to it. I really don't see the flip on the eye, but it is a really pretty glowy kind of color. And then this shimmer is just really pretty. I quite like the shade, and I don't know that I have anything exactly like it anywhere else in my collection. It's a little bit more muted and deeper of a rosy mauve shade than I have anywhere else. So far so good on this little eye quad. Also so far so good on the lipstick. I've worn this twice so far. This is in the shade Christy. I have not been impressed with Pat McGrath packaging in the past. The Bridgerton lipsticks, I have one of those, and it is incredibly cheap feeling. This feels nicely weighted. It feels pretty luxe, and I think the color is quite pretty as well. Now these are the matte lipsticks, and they have quite almost a clay-like texture to them. Like they feel thick going onto the lips, similar to the old Maybelline matte bullet lipsticks. But these have an incredible amount of color to them. I just went over that once. I think that I will probably end up wearing this over a lip balm most of the time, just because I don't love that sort of clay-like feel. But I mean, I can't complain about that color. That is gorgeous. And I think it actually goes pretty well with the shades in the quad. So really, really happy with that. Now I ended up spending what is this? About $67. I say about $67.58 at Ipsy. That was split between 2 orders, so I was paying their handling fee, which is $1.99 per order, twice. And overall, my total came to $142.36. Now that was slightly over the budget of $130 that I had set for myself. However, within a day or two of filming that video, I got my tax refund back from the state. I'd completely forgotten that it was coming. It wasn't a huge amount of money. It was only like $30 or $40. But I made the executive decision that I was going to just tack that on to my beauty budget for the month. All right, my camera cut me off there, but I think what I was saying was that my expanded budget was then about $165 to $170. So I came in just a little bit under that. I think that next month I want to keep the spending a little bit lower. I'm thinking that 60 to 70 would be a really comfortable place for me to be at the end of next month. So we're gonna go with that. Let's split the difference and say 65. I feel like I can manage that. My friend and I are thinking about going in on an order together at ILNP to save on shipping. So that'll be probably, I don't know, like $30-ish, $40-ish. And then that'll give me a little bit of extra money for if I see something on Ipsy or Ulta that I really, really want. So I think that'll be good. I don't see any needs, quote unquote needs, popping up. I did receive all of that skincare, so thank you to MixSoon and YesStyle for that. And I have plenty of sunscreen, mascara, brow products, etc. So I think I'm set. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.